If you think about it, most discipline advice on the internet often feels like it was written by someone who's never actually struggled with discipline. It's either too soft, like be kind to yourself, just take small steps, or it's something absurdly hardcore, like if you skip a workout, punish yourself by doing 500 burpees in a snowstorm. But in reality, none of it actually forces you to be consistent in the long run. The real issue is it's way too easy to not be disciplined. Your brain is wired for immediate comfort, and it's not your fault. It will choose the easiest, least painful option every time, unless something forces it to do. Otherwise, you can promise yourself you'll go to the gym at 6. But if skipping means you get to stay cozy in bed with no consequences, guess what's happening exactly? So instead of trying to will yourself into discipline, the easiest fix isn't to become more motivated or mentally strong. It's to make it so annoying and inconvenient to not do the thing that you do, it's just to escape the discomfort. This is what people miss. Everyone fights against their own willpower, but willpower is unreliable. What you need is to lazy-proof your environment so that not being disciplined is what sucks more. Because think about it, most of the things you actually stick to aren't because you're naturally disciplined, right? You do them because the alternative is much worse, like you go to work because getting fired is worse, you show up to class because failing is worse, you pay rent because homelessness is worse. See my point, you're already capable of discipline. You just need the right level of discomfort to trigger it. So let's say you want to wake up early, but every morning you just keep hitting snooze like it owes you money. The standard advice would tell you to find a compelling reason to wake up. But that's not the problem. The problem is that staying in bed is still the better option. That's what you need to switch up and instead try putting your alarm across the room next to a cup of water. Now when it goes off, you have to physically get up to turn it off, and since you're already up, might as well chug that water. Your body starts waking up, and at that point, going back to sleep now feels like a hassle. And boom, you're up. Or let's say you keep getting distracted while working. You tell yourself you'll focus, but then suddenly you're deep in a rabbit hole watching a 20-minute breakdown of why the Cars movie universe is a capitalist dystopia. So what's the solution? Simple. You make those distractions physically annoying. In this case, you can use website blockers. But if you know you'll just turn them off, go manual. Take your phone, shut it down, and leave it in another room. If your laptop is the problem, do the same thing. 90% of the time, you'll get bored of logging back in real fast. Now, physical discomfort is one thing, but financial discomfort that hits different people will avoid losing money way more than they'll chase earning it. There's a principle in psychology dedicated to this called loss aversion. For example, if you want to work out consistently but keep skipping, put money on the line, tell a friend you'll send them $10 every time you miss a session. Suddenly skipping is not just, oh, well, I'll go tomorrow. It's now, I really don't feel like losing $10 over this. If that doesn't sting enough, make it $50. Or even better, make the punishment worse than just losing money. There are websites that will literally donate your money to organizations. You don't even care if you don't follow it through. Now, skipping the gym doesn't feel so convenient anymore. The key is making the pain immediate. A lot of people struggle with discipline because the consequences feel far away. You want to skip the gym today? No big deal. But if every time you skip, you lose money, right then and there, suddenly it matters. Another thing is that humans are social creatures. We care what people think, even if we pretend not to. That's why if you can use that to your advantage, discipline gets way easier. For instance, if you need to finish a project, but keep procrastinating, tell someone you respect about it and promise them an update by a certain time. Now, slacking is not simply disappointing yourself, it's flat out embarrassing, trying to quit a bad habit, announce it to your family or friend group, not in a look at me. I'm built different type of way, of course, but in a way that makes backing out feel stupid. There's a reason accountability groups work. Nobody wants to be the one person who failed. There's an experiment where researchers found that simply having someone watch you made you perform better at a task. It's called body doubling, having someone else in the room while you work. Even if they're not doing anything, makes you focus more if you can't find a real person. Join an online co-working session. Your brain will register the presence of others and